top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Y'all feel like every time I live stream, I forget like one small thing because I'll be rushing, man. I'll be coming straight from the gym. Can anyone tell what's missing just by looking? Obviously, it's the purple light. Let's get the purple light going. Get that. There we go. Got some purple light. Okay, now it's official. Put this over here. All right, yeah, we do it live. Yeah, another Friday live stream. How's everybody doing today? Don't be strangers. Hop in the chat or not. It's okay. There's no pressure. So anyway, let's get right to it. Friday live stream. Y'all see what we reacting to? We reacting to one of I Used to Be Pay's videos. So if y'all don't know, I Used to Be Pay. I've reacted to his videos before. Yeah, he's got 42K, moderately big YouTuber. And he has some good videos sometimes. Sometimes it sounds like a sneak diss. He has good videos that I react to, and I watch a lot of his videos, right? Okay, so it's about the evisceration of DJ Akademiks. I actually have not watched this yet, so you will be watching it for the first time maybe, and so will I. But first, housekeeping. We got some new videos on the channel. I feel like I dropped a good amount of videos this week. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos. In 7 days. That's a video every day, pretty much. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, I got sick. 3 weeks ago, pretty much at this point. And y'all was pressing me. Where's the video at? Where you been at? It was only like 4 days in between videos, but y'all was on it. So I made sure I delivered this week. Okay? Okay. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into it. The evisceration of Akademiks by I Used to Be Pay. Let's get it.
Like Max Holloway and the other. DJ Akademiks is a cancer to the rap space.
Okay, wow. So we starting off hot. I don't know if y'all heard that. I'll rewind it. We starting off hot.
Cancer to the rap space. He
said what?
DJ Akademiks is a cancer to the rap space.
So I don't agree with that, right? I don't think he's a cancer to the rap space. And I know this is like a contention that my audience has with me. Obviously, me and my audience, my chat, we have a very interesting relationship. We agree on a lot of things. We disagree on a lot of things. It's unlike any other YouTuber I've seen. We constantly debating each other, right? But one of y'all main points of contention is the fact that I like Akademiks' channel. Like I like some of his takes. It got a little weird during the Kendrick and Drake beef. I will admit it did kind of get off the rails, his channel a little bit. But when he's talking music business, music related things, even just, actual music itself outside of the industry and the business, that's where I find a lot of value in Akademiks' channel. He gives good info. Yeah, we know you don't agree. Yeah. So I don't think he's a cancer to the rap space, but I'm gonna let Pay cook.
He is single-handedly the worst thing that has ever happened to the online hip-hop community.
Wow.
Him being the #1 guy in online rap content is insane because he's not a hip-hop journalist. He's not a hip-hop head who just cares so much about the music. He's a drama slop channel. He's the king.
Yeah, he's not I think Akademiks is a hip-hop head. He listens to the music, especially, 2017, 2018. When we had that new crop of artists, guys like Yachty, 6ix9ine, XXX, Juice WRLD, Akademiks was right on top of that. Like he led that movement.
Star of the hip hop world.
Star.
Yeah, you fat back, wide body, wide as you are tall bitch.
Yeah, this is the part I don't get. I've actually never seen I Used to Be Pay like this. I've never seen him. I was gonna start this video off by being like, yo, I Used to Be Pay. He's in the hip hop space, but he manages to stay out of the way of the drama. Like that a lot of us find ourselves in, even myself. I'm a little shocked. This is an insult you would have for somebody who's done you wrong. I guess I just don't get it, having this much energy for someone who you don't even know. I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it.
He's the Keemstar of the hip hop.
Like you would think Akademiks did him wrong personally, right?
Yeah, you fat back, wide body, wide as you are tall bitch. DJ.
Yeah, that's not up my alley right there. I don't know about all that.
Akademiks is a
hip hop head. I ain't never seen Ak review Micah Earl. He a drama man. Well, Micah Earl is not really DJ Akademiks' bag, is it? Micah Earl. But you know, someone like Smoke Perp, like Academics was right on top of that 2016 through 2018 wave of new artists. He was on top of it. So, and he knows hip hop before that. He knows Drake's stuff. He's a more of a hip hop head than that. He's not a casual, you know, but I don't think he's digging deep into underground stuff either.
A hoe who sits behind the camera and talks shit all day while getting drunk. That's what he does. Instigating beef between people, talking shit about everybody. He doesn't talk about the music. You're not going to see him breaking down music. You're going to see him talking about the numbers and this and that, and he's going to be dissing people.
Well, Academics, he does break down music from time to time if the song is big enough. Now it just sounds like I'm on full Academics defense mode. But there's like a very classic clip, right? DJ Academics, he's breaking down Family Matters by Drake, right? And then as Academics is breaking it down, so there you go, he's breaking down music. As he's breaking it down, Kendrick drops Meet the Grams. That's a classic clip. And he's like, oh, not again. Not again, bro. Y'all trolling me? But yeah, that exists because Academics was breaking down a song. I mean, just to be the factual one here.
Breaking down music. You're going to see him talking about the numbers and this and that, and he's going to be dissing people, but he's not going to talk about the music. He's not going to break down lyrics. He's not going to talk about the production. He's going to talk about drama. That's all he knows how to do. Instigate drama and beef with women. That's all he knows how to do. He's got veins in his neck popping out when he's talking about Young Miami. He's spitting on the camera when he's talking about SZA. But when Vic Mensa pressed him in person and called him a bitch, he sat there and took it.
I don't get why he's so angry. Like what did he watch before? Like I don't get it. What did he watch before doing this? Like he must have watched something that pissed him off that Academics did. People always bring up that Vic Mensa thing, right? When Vic Mensa press, quote unquote, press Academics. I don't know. I just don't think that's a press, man. I don't think that's a press. I used to be paid on some Dom July stuff. This not his name. It's not his lane. Everybody has to stay in their lane. Yeah, I've never seen him do this. And yeah, I agree. This is more of Dom from Potty Mouth, July Jackson. I'm just wondering what he's so mad at, right?
Like a good bitch, because that's what he is. He's a dick sucker. He's a glazer. His own man's Drake don't even fuck with him. Drake won't give him a sliver of real content, despite 15 years of bouncing on his dick. Academics is a pure cancer to the rap space. And honestly, it's to a point like he just doesn't care. He just doesn't care about the art. And it really pisses me off. Because there's so many content creators who actually care about hip hop, actually care about the content. And then you got this clown bringing in all this money off of it.
Well, Academics, I mean, is that what you mad about? That he's making money off of it? Academics, and I'll mess with your channel, but this is a little goofy. I ain't gonna lie. But Academics, the reason why he's popular is because the people want to see that type of content. If people just wanted to see album reviews, everyone would be doing album reviews. People want to hear drama. People want breaking news. This is what the people want to see at the same time. Oh boy, wants some of Ac's viewership. Yeah, we got people in the chat that don't even like Academics. I recognize some of y'all from the comments. Y'all don't even like Academics. From when I react to them, y'all give me blowback. But y'all are looking at this like, what? Like, what?
Like, it's to a point like, bro, it's on site if I see Academics. I'm not going to, it's on site. Like, if I see him, I'm putting hands, feet, whatever. We can do whatever. We can.
Okay, like, yeah, this is Dom from Potty Mouse Lane. This is like July Jackson, aka Luxury Intent. This is his lane. This is like even deleted. This is deleted Villains Lane. You gon' it's on site if you see Academics, right? I don't know.
Knuckle up. We can do a boxing match. We can do MMA. We can do whatever. I'm cool. We can meet up and die, like Soulja Boy said. That's how I'm feeling.
For the love of hip hop. See, it's hard to even tell because he doesn't do this type of content like this. It's hard to tell if he's being like satirical or funny. Like, are you just trying to be funny or do you actually mean this? Because in terms of word, it's already gone past the point of jokes. Like you've already called him a bitch. You've already, said it's on site. You've insulted him personally. Like it's kind of gone past that line of satire. Again, this is my first time seeing this, y'all. So I didn't know this was coming. The hate in his heart is real. Yeah. Ak must have violated him. Ain't no way. That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened before you made this video?
Feeling about Academics. That was exciting, right? That got you excited. That got your blood pressure up. You maybe sat up in your chair, grabbed your, hold on, you might have paused it in the middle of that rant, got something to eat, sat down, got comfortable again, press play. Like you probably, maybe that made.
No, I didn't do any of that. I paused it because I'm live streaming, but I'm just looking at this like this is not a good look.
You want to ride and say, yeah, F academics. He's right. I've been waiting on somebody to talk to academics like that. I've been waiting on somebody to call academics like that. Or maybe you're an academics fan. Maybe you heard the things that I was saying and that made you upset and you were ready to leave mean comments. Maybe you were ready to clip the video and send it to academics. Look at
Not that either. I'm just looking at what's the angle here that you're trying to do. See, now if this is all a narrative, like scripted, like yeah, he's like I'm gonna start my video like this to try to make a point. Okay, that makes more sense than what just happened. You know what I mean?
this guy talking about you. You DM him, look at him talking about you. You're ready to post it on your clip channel. Oh my gosh, this guy called out academics. What's academic? You want academics to respond and maybe say something about me, make fun of me. That's what you wanted, right? If you were an academics fan hearing all that. Everybody loves beef. Human beings love beef. That is the number one way to promote anything, really. Yeah. Conflict. People love conflict, whether it's verbal, whether it's physical. We all love conflict, and the numbers prove that. And
well, yeah, drama. Yeah, conflict, drama. Yes, that's what sells. So if you want to make some money, you want to grow your channel, that's a good way to do it, man, because people like that. Yeah, it's reflective of the creator. Why would you make this type of content? Da, da, da. But it's also reflective of the audience. Y'all like this stuff. If it didn't do numbers, people wouldn't do it. If it didn't do numbers, people will not create that content.
Especially in the rap space. People in the rap space love beef. We love drama. We love disses back and forth. We even like when people get beat up and get embarrassed. Some people even like when people lose their lives in this space. Beef just sells. And recently it's been a topic of conversation because beef sells so much that it's become a strategy when promoting a new project, a new album, some new music.
Yeah, the Clips just had a whole rollout that was based on beef. Beef with Travis Scott, beef with Kanye, a Kendrick verse that we assumed was so bad because he said something about Drake when really he didn't. It was a Trump bar, And even Kendrick's GNX album, that rollout was the beef with Drake. So yes, I mean, that's true.
It's a real tactic. People have been having these discussions when talking about Clips and Kendrick and Kanye.
Yep.
What I want to do in this video is ask the question of, is it okay? Is it right? Or why I think it might be okay in some cases and not okay in other cases? And is it all just clout chasing or is some of it kind of justified? Now let's get into what I actually want to talk about. That intro.
Well, I think it's a business, right? Again, it's both reflective of the creator who's creating it and it's reflective of the audience. It sells. People like this. So if you want to sell a product to them, you're going to take actions in which you can sell the most product. Every time Push drop an album, it's drama. Yeah, I was listening to a Pusha T song today at the gym where he's talking about, like, y'all remember how on Fighting Irish, Drake is talking about how LeBron James, or he's hinting at how LeBron James cheated on Savannah James. And people was like, oh, that's bitch made. You can't, you breaking the bro code. Pusha T did that like in 2007. Pusha T got a whole verse like about him and LeBron smashing the same chick. People think it's Yes Jules. I don't know. But he been did that. Yeah, Pusha T. That's why people call him Pusha T, T-E-A, because he got the T, man.
It was me just kind of proving my point, but Let God Sort Him Out really has been one of the most impactful albums of 2025 in rap, probably the most impactful album. It hasn't had the biggest numbers, but it still did good numbers, and everyone's been talking about this project. Everyone loves it. Everyone's been ranting and raving
no
about
bro
it.
code if they're not
They've
bros.
been breaking them down. They've been judging this album in the discography of Clips themselves, maybe calling it their best album. People have been judging it within the other albums of 2025. I love the album. Everyone loves the album. But more than anything, though, what really stands out about this
album, a great album
was its rollout. It had an excellent rollout where pretty much everything that Clips did.
And I think what stands out about the album is the music. The rollout kind of annoyed me. To Let God Sort Him Out by the Clips. It kind of annoyed me, especially when the Kendrick verse dropped on Chains and Whips and it was just a whole bunch of nothing. There's not even a notable Kendrick verse, not even a top 50 Kendrick verse, not even top 100. Okay, maybe it's top 100. It just annoyed me, right? But I know they have to do this type of thing, right? Because it's the Clips. This is a 20-year-old rap group. They've been around 20 years just rapping. Yes, they got to do some things to stir the pot.
Was going viral on the internet. every interview they did, every story that came out from this album, whether it was the Kendrick situation where their album or where the verse was possibly banned by UMG, whatever it was, everything was hitting the timeline like crack, pun intended, when talking about clips in their rollout a few months ago. But one thing in particular really stood out, and that was the
Travis Scott
random beef with Travis Scott. Almost out of nowhere on one of their rollout singles, So Be It, Pusha T on the final verse of the song sends a diss to Travis Scott. And it's pretty.
So what this got to do with Akademiks? I'm gonna let him make his point. We only 5 minutes in.
Pretty much unmistakably.
But the video is called The Evisceration of Akademiks. I wonder how he's gonna tie this bow. Yeah.
Unmistakably for Travis, like you can't really attribute that to anyone else. And it just kind of caught people off guard. You cried in front of me. You died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street. And
this is a whole Travis Scott diss. I thought this was very random, like everyone else. I thought it was because of Drake, the Kendrick verse. Because you were misled. It's not your fault. We were all misled. We all thought, but that's how they rolled it out, right? They rolled it out as if on some beef type ish, when Drake is not even mentioned in that verse. The verse was allegedly banned because there's a Trump card bar, but then he's not even saying anything about like negative about Trump. He's not even referencing Donald Trump. He's referencing a phrase, Trump card. So to me, it leads me to believe, was this verse even banned to begin with? Or was this just another marketing ploy? Because at first it was, it's banned because of Drake. Then, the verse comes out and everyone's calling BS. Now it's banned because he said something about Trump. But then you just put a little scrutiny on the Trump bar. It's not even about Donald Trump. It's about the phrase Trump card. So this is what Pay is saying. All of this album's rollout was based on beef. They say ahead of time it wasn't about Drake. Right, but they put it out there though. That is what was out there, right? And then even when they clarified it, it's about Trump or whatever, Donald Trump is not even mentioned in that bar. Trump card, it's a figure of speech.
Her lip gloss was popping, she ain't need you to eat. The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video, I can share and AE it. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So
he's fitting bars.
Pusha T said that he dissed Travis Scott because he doesn't really respect him and his lack of loyalty, and how he's very flip-floppy on a bunch of issues when it pertains to rappers, and he really just kind of sides with whoever's hotter in the issue.
Yeah, dissing Travis Scott, like Travis Scott is not even a wordsmith. I look at Travis Scott more so like a producer. I wouldn't even be surprised to figure out Travis Scott got ghostwriters. Once they said it wasn't about Drake, I don't see the problem though. Well, then once they said it wasn't about Drake, well, here's the thing, right? The clips can say one thing, but then their media team, their marketing team can say another. So the whole point, the whole idea of that Chains and Whip verse, and let me pull up an article so y'all see I'm not BSing. Chains, whips, clips, Kendrick. Right, and let's just go to an article that mentions this. If they still exist, a lot of people probably pulled the article down out of embarrassment. Because Drake is not even mentioned on there. Hold on. Here we go. Boom, right here. This is a major news outlet. Clips revives Drake beef with leaked Kendrick verse. That's not the only place that reported on it like this. Chains and Whip. Kendrick needs to understand the Drake beef is over. The reason why it's being reported like this, sure, the clips can say, themselves, we never said it was about Drake, but your team is putting it out like this. Your team is, whatever they're doing with their publicists and their media team, first they're feeding the outlets like, there's this verse. They're not clarifying it. They've already heard the verse, but they're putting it out there purposefully murky to play on the beef. So yeah, Pusha T or Malice may not have said directly, that verse is about Drake, but the rollout is still centered around it. And then the verse comes out and it's not about Drake. It's not about beef. It's not even about Donald Trump. And I would not be surprised to find out that verse, that Kendrick verse, was never even banned at all. So this is what I used to be Pay is saying. And this is what I said. Like, the rollout is all based on beef, which is fine. The album's great. I thought bro was gonna go down a list of all the weird stuff Ak has done and make it into the video, but he did the opposite of that. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the angle is right here.
And depending on what's going on. One of the issues or one of the incidents that he cited was when Travis got dropped Astroworld in the song Sicko Mode, when Travis and Kanye had been close pretty much his entire career at that point, and he allowed somebody like Drake to get on his song on his album and diss Kanye and literally detail the directions from Drake's house to Kanye's house. Another incident was one where he talked about Travis and Drake, where Travis and Drake had established themselves as pretty good friends over the years. And then when Travis is on stage at Rolling Loud before Future and Metro are about to drop their album, We Don't Trust You, which
Look how messy this is. This is like Bad Girls Club, but with men.
was kind of dissing
He
Drake.
said this and he went over her house and this and that.
The whole album. He asked Future and Metro to play the song Like That, which Like That ended up being the song where Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake. So that was really weird. But the main instance in which Pusha T really started to grow some disdain for Travis Scott, at least according to him, was in 2023 when Pharrell and Travis seemed to be pretty close, and Travis came over and wanted to play some music for Pharrell from Utah.
Yeah, and then Travis Scott didn't play a Drake verse or something like that. I forget what happened.
He ended up playing the song Meltdown for Pharrell.
Yeah, Meltdown.
And so he played the song for him. Everything goes well, but when the song comes out, Drake is on the song, which he did not play for Pharrell and Clips who were there.
Sci-Hi wrote Sicko Mode. Oh, he wrote Travis Scott's part of Sicko Mode, for real? Dude, Sci-Hi the Prince even still drop music?
And Drake is dissing Pharrell. So he played a song for Pharrell that eventually went on to be released that actually had a diss towards Pharrell on it, which is really, really weird behavior. And if you know anything about Pusha,
I don't think that's super weird. Yes, that's a conversation for sure, but I don't find that super weird. Travis Scott obviously just wants a hit record. He doesn't care how he gets it.
T, you know he does not play about Pharrell. All of his beefs start because somebody did Pharrell wrong and Pusha T had to stick up for him. So it makes sense as to why Pusha T would hold a grudge against Travis and want to diss him in return for what he feels randomly he did wrong to Pharrell. But where things get a little weird is that took place in 2023.
Right.
Why did it take 2 years for Pusha T to finally say something or to make this public or to air out Travis Scott?
Because he had an album coming out. It's really that simple. If you're familiar with the rapper, The Game, The Game from the West Coast, this was his thing. Anytime he's about to drop anything, I got to start a beef first. Let me start some beef first. This was his thing, right? The Travis beef isn't random. It's only random to the public. Well, the timing is random. Because like Pay said, if that event that Pusha T is referencing in the song So Be It, if that happened in 2023, why wait until your album roll out? Or why even still, you could say, the song was recorded back then though. Why still keep it on the album? And I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I would be willing to if all the other parts of the rollout weren't based around beef. See, it's not even a bad thing, I don't think. It's just the fact that people deny it. It wasn't what you thought it. No, it is. It's fine. The album's still great, album of the year worthy. But you're not gonna tell me that something that I watched happen didn't happen. Yeah, that's just like not what we're gonna do here. Yeah, red rose, white ceiling. Shout out Game though.
Which led a lot of people to come to the conclusion that Pusha T's really only doing this for the clout chasing aspects of things as he's going into a rollout, and Travis Scott is a much bigger artist than Pusha T. To me, this is a perfect example of tightrope walking, beefing over a valid reason, and beefing just for clout, because if this story is true, then yeah, Travis Scott's really weird. If he really did preview a song where Pharrell would eventually be dissed on it by either not playing the diss because he already had the verse or letting somebody get on it after previewing it for Pharrell and letting them diss him on that song, that's super weird. Like, Travis Scott is a weirdo if that's true. And he's a snake and he's everything else that Pusha T called him, because who does something like that? And so Pusha T is right for, kind of speaking out against that and calling Travis Scott out. Yet at the same time, it's very obvious that he kept this in the vault specifically for the album rollout. Because
that's my thing. So even if someone says, well, it's not weird timing because that So Be It song is old. It's from that era that he's talking about when Travis Scott did the things. It's still on your album rollout in 2025. Y'all haven't talked about it as men yet? It's fine. It's fine to roll out an album with beef. But when someone points out, this whole thing is revolving around beef, again, don't just try to be like, nah, it's not. It's something different. No, it's exactly what it looks like.
Did it take 2 years for him to say something? But that verse where he's dissing Travis has nothing to do with that situation. He's not rapping about you doing Pharrell dirty and why you being weird and you're a snake, you're a traitor, you ain't got no loyalty. He's rapping about Travis Scott losing Kylie Jenner and crying about it. and him.
Yeah, I said that in one of my other videos. Like the diss itself isn't even about, because Pusha T went and did an interview about this, about the whole Travis Scott and what happened and the situation he's referencing. And my thing was, yo, it would make more sense if your verse was about that. You did Pharrell dirty, this and that. The verse is not about that. It's literally what Pay is saying. The verse is just like him clowning Travis Scott because his girl cheated on him or something. It's not like Pusha T is airing out a grievance. It's just a straight up diss. It's not airing out a grievance. It's not explaining what happened. So yeah.
I'm having a video of it. That has absolutely nothing to do with the situation. But you know what that does do? Makes people talk. Because him having a video of Travis Scott crying is a crazy headline. That's a crazy headline to put in a news article. It's a crazy headline for a YouTube video. It's gonna get people talking about the situation. Now they're gonna be talking about Travis and Pusha T and what actually happened. Facts! But at the end of the day, they're still gonna be talking about this new Clips album coming out because that is the context within this information has been shared.
Sure.
So this whole thing is like a truly perfect blend of clout chasing off of a much bigger artist, but also having a completely valid reason to beef. The first thing that I ask myself when I'm like trying to figure out, okay, how do I feel about this person using beef as a rollout or part of their rollout, I should say, is the beef real? Because if the beef is real and there's a real foundation there, what do I look like telling a rapper not to diss another rapper about some actual issues that they have?
See, I have no issue with the beef rollout. I would say the game is he's for sure in my top 25 rappers. If I listed my favorite 25, he will be top 25, maybe even top 20, maybe top 15. This is his whole bag. Yo, before I drop my album, let's get a beef going. I actually don't have an issue with that, personally.
Because that's what rappers do. That's a major part of the genre. That is the foundation or part of the foundation that hip hop was built off of. Rap beefs, dissing, back and forth. So like that would be weird of me to be like, oh, well, you can't actually diss somebody that you actually have beef with. That would be a little strange in my opinion. So in the case of Pusha T and Travis Scott, you can clearly see that there's clout workings there. There's some little bit of clout chasing there. But at the end of the day,
there's an actual issue there, sure. The issue was not explained on the record, but there's an issue there. And yeah, Pusha T took advantage, took the opportunity, used it in a rollout. It's fine.
There actually is an issue between the two parties. Yeah. So it's not like you can just be like, oh, well, you shouldn't diss him now because you're about to drop an album. Nah, he can diss him whenever he wants. There's actual smoke there. Where we get to indefensible territory, in my opinion, though, is when there's no real beef. When you're just trying to reach out and grab for anything. When you're just calling out somebody just because.
Yeah, this is what Game does. Like with the whole Eminem thing, there's so many examples of the rapper, the Game, just randomly dissing somebody who was not like unprovoked. Eminem. There was a time with Jay-Z. He might have even dissed. I don't know. There's a lot of examples, man.
You know, you have
there's too many to even think about.
An issue with that person. You just found one, in your back pocket that you used as justification, or when two rappers come together and kind of have like a fake beef collectively, that's really lame as well. Like, I love pro wrestling, and rap kind of is pro wrestling. There's a lot of similarities, but I hate when rap really is pro wrestling. Like, I love.
Yeah, the Kendrick and Drake thing was kind of, well, some would say it was staged, but it didn't. It just went too far at a certain point. But there are people in the industry who say, yo, they talked about that and they planned it out. If you listen to some of those records between Drake and Kendrick, you listen to some of those records, you will hear that, yeah, they did have some conversations. Like they're rapping about it. You talking to Top, saying Top want to piece it up, Top want to, like Drake is talking to Top, or Drake is talking to Kendrick. Kendrick is trying to get Top Dog, the CEO of his label, or of his old label, to mediate. Drake is like, nah, I mean, according to Drake. And Kendrick has some stuff too. It's supposed to be a friendly fade and all this. So yeah, that started out being low-key staged, to be completely honest. But then I do think it got real at one point.
Love pro wrestling, but let's keep the two separate, especially because a large aspect of rap is, oh, I'm keeping it real, keeping it 100. I'm a real one. I'm solid. I don't want to hear you do a fake beef and then y'all come out, a year later and y'all laugh. It wasn't that serious. Nah, let's not do that. The guys who seek out beef.
But people are going to do that though. Knowing that beef sells, beef is going to get you more eyes on your project, on your songs. People, yeah, there are going to be, in the midst of all these real beefs, there are going to be fake stuff sprinkled in between there.
Or whack to me, like that 6ix9ine archetype. Even though I will say this, for as much as 6ix9ine really was like just beefing with anybody and everybody for the sake of promo, he did have some songs there that were hot outside of just him beefing with people. Like his career wasn't solely based on.
Yeah, 6ix9ine has some fire. Hold on, let me find one song. What was it called? Gummo? This is like his best song. I don't like many of his songs, but I do like this one. When he in New York with all the Bloods. Where is it right here? We ain't gonna play. Yeah, this is it right here. Yo, this is fire. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Corny said hit the like button. Hit the like button. And what he say in the hood with them Billy niggas and them moving. I gotta find the right part. I just don't want to get copyright. That's why I keep pausing it. Well, right here. I'm gonna run there a little bit more right here. You a silly nigga in the hood with them Billy niggas and them Hoover niggas. Oh man, that's hilarious. 6ix9ine, what happened to that guy?
On the beef, but his career was elevated times 10 because of the beefs that he was in.
Oh, okay,
so I will give him a little bit of credit. But that
Gummo was in heavy rotation. Yeah, I still play that song in the gym. I'm not gonna lie.
The type of guy who's just always looking for an issue with somebody. That's also what Kanye's kind of been doing the last like 5 years on Twitter now. Like pretty much every time he has something coming up, some sort of release, he's beefing with people on Twitter.
Yeah, Kanye will just say something outrageous. That's how you know he's about to drop something. Right? So Kanye just dropped his new store with like its $20 Yeezy slides and all this. This is coming off the cuffs of his KKK interview where he wore the KKK thing. You know when Kanye is about to drop something because he'll just say or do something outlandish. It works.
Whether it's Jewish people, label executives, or Drake, which I mean, he's kind of had beef with Drake on and off for like a decade at this point, so maybe that's a little bit more valid. But the stuff with Kendrick recently,
I don't even know if it's beef. Him and Drake seem like friends. Like it almost seems like a lover's quarrel, to be completely honest.
It was really weird because he was Team Kendrick super hard when the beef first started between Drake and Kendrick. He was Kendrick, yo, Dot, I got you. Like, we all kind of forgot that, but we all remember it at the same time. Yo, Dot, I got you. Like, that was a weird moment.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
He was showing a lot of love to Kendrick. Oh, 2 Geminis. He was doing all that stuff. But as soon as Kendrick officially kind of won in the eyes of the people and was the hottest guy in music, all of a sudden, now Kanye wants to beef with him and call him out because he saw that he
just wants to ride the wave of the headlines. So yeah, when Kendrick is releasing them records and it's all over the place, yo, yeah, I'm on your side. Yo, Dot, I got you. Kendrick it was just silly, bro. Yo, Dot, I got you. Kendrick does not need your help, my guy, at all. What do you mean you got him? It's crazy.
Sauce, and that made Kanye feel a way. He was feeling a bit envious, so that's what he had to do. A major portion of whether I believe beefing for rollout is like okay in certain situations is how reliant are you on it? Because if you need to constantly shoot shots at other people in order to stay relevant, like you need beef in order to have people speaking about you, then yeah, that ain't it. Like
what people really want is for their name to be in the headlines before they drop whatever product they're pushing, right? With rappers, is going to be an album 90% of the time. So what they really want, I don't think it's beef, but they want their name to be in the headlines before they drop, right? So there's some momentum behind it. It just so happens that beef is the easiest way to do that. Or you can just say something crazy like Kanye. Or you can, I don't know, there are many ways to get your name in the headlines. Some rappers, they fake relationships with some of these video girls and like Instagram models. They'll fake a relationship. There's ways to get your name in headlines. They all seem a little silly though. Yo, Dot, I got you ended Kanye's career. Yeah, I haven't listened to a Kanye song since that. It was just so outrageous, man.
You just aren't all that. You're not really that interesting as an artist. Like somebody that we can point to again to bring him back up is 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine after he came home from prison and did like that IG live. After that, that was who he was. He was beefing for promo. He was calling out Lil Durk, King Von, and the Perkio Kid. Like that was what 6ix9ine had to do in order to get attention on himself because he just wasn't that interesting of a rapper. And it's kind of similar to how like that Jacksonville scene.
Well, 6ix9ine, he did have some interesting songs, but yeah, as he's not writing them. These songs are written by other people. What was his name? Kuda B or something like that. So yeah, all in all, how many times can 6ix9ine replicate Gummo if he's not writing it? And he fell out with the person who wrote it or who helped him with it. Yeah, you can't replicate that.
The Jacksonville drill scene died off instantly after like a few people died, a few people went to jail, and now the other artists are kind of scared to rap about beefs and stuff because they might go to jail. That scene died off instantly because those guys.
It was outrageous. I was like, what is Kanye gonna do? Yeah, and the song sucked. Kanye is lucky. A lot of people forgot about that. our minds was too focused on what Kendrick and Drake was doing. That was like right in the middle of the beef. Yeah, he's lucky we forgot about that because that song was trash. And talking about yo, Dot, I got you is insane.
aren't intriguing as artists if they're not rapping about the beefs and the killings and all that stuff. Now, all that stuff in Jacksonville is very real. So they weren't just beefing for promo. Okay, that was real stuff. But my point is, those guys are only relevant if there's major beef in their music.
Sure.
And that is kind of what a lot of people have started to do. And that if that's what you need to do in order to get...
Well, that's the common denominator. The common denominator here is the audience. Again, if in rap, the way you got your name in headlines was by, I don't know, what's something random. If in rap, the way you got your name in headlines was by doing philanthropy, right? Donating, doing kind things on the street for people. All the rappers would do that to get in headlines. The audience don't want to see that. The audience wants to see drama and beef. So rappers, YouTubers, again, I'm wondering how he's going to tie this back into Akademiks. Or if that was all just like pulling our leg. But yeah, the audience is the thing here. It's the common denominator. If there were another way to get your name popping, get your name in headlines, get views, get numbers, people would do it. Or if there were a more popular way, if there were a more common way. But right now, the way to do it is through beef.
People paying attention to you. If you have to start beefing, that is unethical rollout beefing. If you have to use the unethical rollout method, then you're probably just not that good as an artist, or you're just not very good at selling. And
not really. It doesn't mean you're not that good as an artist. It means you're trying to maximize this. You're trying to maximize your rollout. Like the Clips. So I used to be paid. He mentioned, the Clips is on a tightrope of what he considers ethical versus unethical beefing because they actually had an issue with Travis Scott. So it's like on a tightrope. Some people would say it's unethical. Some people say it's ethical. Me, I don't care. I just want to hear the music. But that doesn't mean that Clips make bad music or they're not good artists because they led their rollout with beef. They wanted maximum views. When are we gonna put this spotlight on the audience? The only common denominator here is the audience.
Ethical rollout method, then you're probably just not that good as an artist, or you're just not very good at selling and promoting your product because the beefing method, it works, it's effective, but it's
like this, right? And I want to hear the audience opinion on this. It's like if I make a video and I use like a rage baity title or what people would think is a rage bait title. They'll come in the comments and they'll be like, this is rage bait. Why would you do this XYZ? No, the real question is, why did you click on the video?
Facts.
The real question is, why did you click on it? If you thought this was rage bait, why did you click on the video? You're a part of the problem. If I titled the video something just very calm and sedentary, would you click on that? Probably not. So even by being in the comments complaining about, oh, this video title is rage bait or the thumbnail is rage bait, but you clicked on it and you watched the video. I know you watched the video because how else would you determine it's rage bait? So you clicked and you watched it. So it works. It works. There was a person in my comments, I think it was on my Chance the Rapper video, shout out to you, talking about this is rage bait. Why would you say? Why did you click on it? Why did you click on something you thought was rage bait? Oh, because it works. Like I said, what Pay's talking about with rappers, YouTubers, what I'm talking about with commenters, the only common denominator is the audience. This is what works.
Very lazy. And for somebody like myself, as much as I do love music, I love a good rollout. Like that is one of my favorite aspects of music, a great rollout, like outside of obviously just listening to and enjoying the music. But if an artist can get me interested in and engaged in and invested in music before it even gets here, that's really exciting to me. That's something that I really hold on to. I really like the idea of being sold new music or being sold a new product. Like, oh my gosh, this is coming out. It's going to be huge. Like, it's going to be crazy. Like, I think that the skill of being able to build a lot of anticipation is a great skill to have.
I like a good rollout. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't listen to music really before. If I know an album's coming out and I hear, the artist is dropping singles, I try not to listen to them because I want to hear everything within the context of the album.
Because for me personally, there's no better piece of entertainment than a piece of entertainment that I can fully immerse myself in and feel like I'm in like a new universe. I feel like I'm in a fully fleshed out, fully thought out world, whether that's movie, TV, music, or anything in between. I love really feeling like I'm in an environment. Like listening to music is great, but when you can make listening to music feel like an experience, that's when you're truly hitting new levels. Because when I listen to The Life of Pablo or I listen to an album like Donda, those albums feel like eras. They feel like moments. They feel like
I like the old Kanye. That's a song on the Life of Pablo, right? Yeah, I like the old Kanye. I don't find that Life of Pablo album entertaining like that. He's got some songs on there. He's got some stuff. Just really scattered. It's just really scattered. And yeah, Donda, I don't think that was a good album either. But I hear what he's saying.
something that you really enter into outside of just listening to the music and enjoying it. It feels like a world was built with this project, and every time I listen to it, I go back into that world. I have distinct memories of Kanye in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium doing push-ups on the floor and, you know, play off the grid. Like all that stuff is great stuff to me.
Yeah, so the rollout, it aids in the listening experience for him.
And that environment is really, really cool. Fair. And I really, really cherish that when I listen to music. So for me personally, whenever I see somebody do a rollout and they're just lazily doing the unethical rollout beefing method, it low-key disgusts me, okay? Because I love a good rollout. One person that's heavily debated upon in this space back and forth is Kendrick Lamar, whether or not he used the Drake beef for rollout. And I don't really...
Let me think. Did Kendrick use a Drake beef for rollout? I don't think that Kendrick actually planned to drop the GNX album. I think the amount of success that he had with his diss records kind of necessitated an album. Like, I don't think Kendrick had an album planned and then he was like, all right, now I'm gonna drop this album after the beef. Because Kendrick's albums are usually more conceptual, more thematic. There's a story within them. All of his albums are like that, except GNX. GNX is just a random assortment of songs. It doesn't feel like it was planned out at all. So no, I don't think Kendrick at first did the whole like that verse and got the whole beef with Drake started because he thought, okay, I'm about to drop an album. I think his records got so successful during the beef that his team is like, yo, if we don't capitalize on this, we'd be dumb.
I really understand the arguments. I don't get it because
GNX was ass. It wasn't ass. GNX was good.
He clearly did. Like, he dropped
Yo, Top, I got you.
He did a Super Bowl halftime performance. He went on a stadium tour. He was the hottest guy in music. Like, Kendrick Lamar was already a superstar. Don't get me wrong. Like, he didn't get a
Yeah, there was no GNX rollout, right? GNX dropped like on a random Thursday morning, right?
Massive come up off this where
he said all Kendrick Lamar albums is ass. That's false.
Who he was a nobody, and now he was already a world-renowned superstar. But there's no doubts that his career rose to extremely new heights that he had never seen before off of this beef. Like, there's no denying that.
Yeah, that's a
fact. I'm not trying to blame Kendrick for it or criticize him for it or say he's wrong and he should. I'm not saying that, but it's just the truth. Kendrick and Drake have had beef for over a decade now. They've both sent subs back and forth for a very long time. So when this beef happened, we all knew it was coming. There was just going to have to be a moment where one of them pointed to the ground.
I'm still trying to figure out how this ties back into Akademiks. Or did he just bait and switch on it?
Max Holloway and the other person stepped up and they threw down. We all knew that was coming. I want this to be clear, though. Both parties knew that this would be a huge deal. Like, yes, it was a big deal for Kendrick, but it would have been just as big of a deal for Drake, maybe even more of a big deal for Drake if he would have came into this huge battle and defeated Kendrick, the boogeyman, the savior of rap. Like, if he would have defeated...
Well, nobody was looking at Kendrick as the boogeyman before this. People still looked at Kendrick as a weirdo rapper, to be completely honest. People wasn't looking at Kendrick like, yo, this is the West Coast, this is our guy, you know, the hood niggas love him and all this. No, they looked at Kendrick kind of just like still like a weirdo rapper.
Defeated him as the pop guy, this would have been huge for Drake as well. So it's not like this was just a one-sided thing. In terms of popularity, obviously Drake is number one. He's higher than every other rapper, but it's not like Kendrick was just a nobody. Like
except maybe Eminem, right?
Just people would never...
Allegedly, Doechii is bigger than both Eminem and Drake. That's some real bot activity going on. Doechii is bigger right now than Drake and Eminem. In case you didn't know, according to Spotify, all-time monthly listeners, Doechii, man. Even though we only know 2 songs by her. Some of y'all don't even know 2. Some of y'all can't even name one right now. Name one, not Anxiety. Okay, then.
He just kind of came out of nowhere and now he's a superstar. No, he was already a huge star as well. Now, if this would have been Ray Vaughn calling out, Drake and trying to battle him and trying to diss him and just desperately trying to get a response, then okay, you could have said, okay, this dude's clout chasing, like, get him out of here. But this was Kendrick Lamar we're talking about. This isn't some little dog. This isn't some random clout chaser.
We got Bobby Perkins going in on Kendrick in the chat. Yeah, I don't know how you found your way to my YouTube channel. I don't know how you found your way to my YouTube channel, but I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar supporter. I've bought all of his albums day one, except Mr. Morale. Didn't like that album. I've seen him in concert many times. I've spent many monies. I spent many monies with Kendrick. So yeah, I don't know how you found your way. I mean, we accept you. I mean, come aboard, but this probably ain't gonna be a good experience for you. Kendrick sold 700K for Damn. What will make this the biggest Kendrick has ever been? Well, the number one records, right? What you mean? The number one records.
This is Kendrick. And I want this to be clear as well.
Kendrick has never had a number one before this, if I'm not mistaken. Kendrick had like 3 songs in the top 10 Billboard, maybe in the top 5 at one time. He's never done that before, and he's probably never going to do that again. So yeah, this is the peak in terms of popularity for his career.
This was a huge risk. This wasn't just a guaranteed clout up for Kendrick. We all knew the beef would bring massive eyes, including Drake and Kendrick, but if Kendrick would have lost, he would have been seen as a loser by the entire world. And all that stuff that happened, Super Bowl halftime, stadium tour, album selling 500K or whatever, all that stuff, him being the hottest guy in music, that would not have happened if he would have lost. Especially if he would have lost to Drake. You think Drake would have let him just lose and just, nah, hell no. Drake would have twist and turned his heel a million times. He would have been doing the woo walk all over Kendrick's grave if Drake would have actually won this battle.
Yeah.
So yes, Kendrick did get a whole bunch of stuff off of this beef, but that was him enjoying the fruits.
We got 6 minutes to see how he's going to run. Yeah, wait, 7 minutes to see how he's going to turn this back into Akademiks. We're going to see.
Flavor, in my opinion. What we really need to discuss, though, is the audience. For as much as beefing for promo might be a questionable move.
Hey, yo, I used to be paid. He's cooking, though. Even though he's not on topic of Akademiks, he's cooking. Because, yes, the main issue here is the audience. It's not the main issue, but the common denominator is the audience. Luke says Doechii has more YouTube listeners than M and Drake, not Spotify. Whatever. Y'all believe that? Doechii has more YouTube listeners than M and Drake. Eminem, Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers. What is other nicknames? You gotta think, Eminem has a whole career's worth of discography, multiple hit records. He's got songs with Snoop and Dre. He's got, solo records by himself. He's got songs with Skylar Grey. I'm not afraid. He's got eras. You mean to tell me that Doechii gets more streams on YouTube than Eminem? No, that's bots, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's bots. It's bots.
In a lot of people's eyes, we have to acknowledge the reason that it happens, and that's the audience. People love beef.
I told y'all to name a Doechii song. Nobody named anything. Y'all don't even, come on, man. We can't even name a song, okay? Now name an Eminem song, though. Stan. I just said I'm not afraid. Come on, man.
And drama. We love to see people go at it and compete. That is the biggest way to get people to pay attention to you. So for as much as we want to call out rappers for relying on beef, at the same time, we have to acknowledge that they do it for a reason. Beef has always been great for the audience, but nowadays, especially, the current internet climate has really focused on conflict between rappers.
Yeah, conflict.
There are huge YouTube channels.
And he's showing a no jumper clip right here as he makes his point. And for those who are listening or for those who are tuned into the stream but can't see the video, yeah, No Jumper is an example of a platform where conflict, the audience wants to see conflict. And when the No Jumper hosts are all in conflict with each other, that's when they get the most views. Ask yourself why. See, No Jumper, they have some good interviews. Guys like Andrew Callahan from Channel 5, who does investigative journalism. Yo, those videos do like the same number as my channel. 3,000-4,000 views. With Andrew Callahan, who has millions of subscribers, it's not like a nobody, on YouTube, Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. Go subscribe. That's a great channel. But those videos do such small views. The videos that do the most views is, Brick Baby and DW Flame, they beefing. Brick Baby crashes out with this and that. Suspect and Brandon, they beefing. Flacco and Lush, from back in the day. It's the audience. That's what the audience wants to see. We don't want to hear you interview an investigative journalist about his life and times. No, we want to see Brick Baby crash out on somebody. Shout out to Brick Baby, or Brick, because I'm not calling these niggas baby.
To rap beef, pretty much, which means that if you're
NBA YoungBoy is also a huge artist on YouTube. NBA YoungBoy has been like the leading charge in terms of all rappers on YouTube for like a decade now. So you telling me all that decade's worth of groundwork that YoungBoy has? Doechii has more than all of them. Drake, YoungBoy, Drake, Eminem, come on, man. Bots. Anxiety was Sleepy Hollow's record. That Doechii Jack, we got to set that record straight. I don't know nothing about that. Courtney says, what it is, Persuasive Alter Ego. Y'all know those songs? Y'all know those songs? Y'all know how them songs go? Because according to YouTube Music, these are like 3 of the most popular songs in rap history. Persuasive, What It Is, and Alter Ego by Doechii. This is more popular than Stand by Eminem. This is more popular than and I know the people who love Doechii, they're just like, dude, please get off this topic. No. No. Yo, What It Is, Persuasive, and Alter Ego, these are some of the biggest songs in rap history. It's bigger than Stand by Eminem. It's bigger than Lose Yourself by Eminem. See, I'm naming the Eminem songs. You don't even like Eminem, right? Probably listen to this. But you know how them songs go. Dream so cold, I'm wondering why. Got out of bed. You know Stan. You know Lose Yourself. Mom Spaghetti. Arms is heavy. You don't even know how What It Is by Doechii goes. You don't know how Persuasive by Doechii goes. You don't know how Alter Ego by Doechii goes. But according to YouTube Music Stats, or whatever the hell it was, those are 3 of the most popular rap songs in history. You're killing me.
Rapper, you have to understand the game and see
You're
that that's
killing
a
me,
massive
Larry.
portion of the game, and that sometimes you might have to play into it if you want to remain relevant in the space. If there was no appetite for this stuff from the audience, then we wouldn't really see it happen as often. Somebody like
Right.
Soulja Boy would have been.
We got to rewind that. Bingo. I got to find a good sound effect. That's exactly right.
Sometimes you might have to play into it if you want to remain relevant in the space. If there was no appetite for this stuff from the audience, then we wouldn't really see it happen as often. Somebody like Soulja Boy would have been an internet relic 15 years ago, but because of beefing, he gets to pop up every now and then and be relevant for like 2 weeks or so. And we cultivated this environment as an audience, not just the rappers.
Yo, I'm tired of the Soulja Boy disrespect. I wanted to see him at SeaWorld so bad.
Even if you want to go beyond the rappers and say, well, what about the labels? Because we've all heard these stories of labels trying to start beef between rappers, instigating beef between rappers.
Soulja Boy and Bow Wow at SeaWorld, that would have been a great show, man. Marco Polo. Y'all know the song?
Maybe even trying to start a fake beef between rappers. We've all heard these stories about these labels and the things that they do. And while these labels are super powerful, they can push things and push agendas and push people. We all know about the top labels, UMG, Sony, all that. While they are massively powerful, at the end of the day, they still have to sell their stuff to an audience. They have to sell it to us. We still have to buy this from them.
Yeah.
It's not like they could just push it on us and it's, oh, well, we're just going to accept it. No, we have to actually take those things in.
Yo, Bobby Perkins. Bobby Perkins is relentless on Kendrick. He said, I just got done listening to Mr. Morale. Oh, my bad. He said, I just got done listening to Mr. Morale by Kendrick. I want people to feel sorry for me. Oh, man. I'll allow it because I don't really like that album. So anyway, so yeah. Google AI says SeaWorld is crazy. Yeah, they had the Yin Yang Twins at SeaWorld. Who did they just have recently? Genuine. They had Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. They had somebody else. They had the Yin Yang Twins, They had Trina at SeaWorld. I think it's getting a little whitewashed now. I saw the Trina performance. It looked a little whitewashed in there. So I think I might have missed the sweet spot for that. If T-Pain comes to SeaWorld in San Diego, all this is happening at the SeaWorld in San Diego. If they get T-Pain, I'm gonna have to make that drive to San Diego. I ain't gonna lie to you. Can you react to 7 levels of rapper? I did that last week. Let me show y'all where that is because you're not the only person to ask me that. I did that in last week's live stream by force. I was forced to do that by my chat. It's right here. So if you go to my channel, home, click live, right? Obviously, after this live, don't leave this live to go do this. But yeah, it's right here. It's right there.
If the people don't like it, it's going to fail. So UMG can push all the buttons they want. They can do whatever they want. At the end of the day, they still have to sell it to an audience.
Yeah.
So I want that to be remembered. The power is still with the people. Yeah, UMG and the other labels, they can play their games, but at the end of the day,
the people
power is with the
decide.
people.
Yeah.
There is no UMG if there's nobody to sell it to. If there's nobody to buy the stuff from them. If there's nobody to...
That's a fact. If the people decided, yo, the way to sell your records, to get eyes on your records, your new songs, your new music, is by going to Sway at Shade 45. Y'all know Sway with the Kofi or whatever the fuck. The way to get eyes on your album is by going up there and doing a great freestyle. You would see rappers trying their hardest to go up there and have great freestyles. They got pre-writtens like that. You would see them change. But the audience don't want to see no freestyle. The audience want to see 4 extra crash out on 607 This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. We want to see you freestyle. We want to see you like in conflict. And if you want to sell records or you want to do views and numbers, you should probably do that. Crash out for us.
These labels don't exist without us. So yes, they have power, but at the end of the day, if the people aren't rocking with something, it's not going to succeed.
Got a good question in the chat. Kyrie said, I got a question. Is it considered bots if a label puts money into promoting Doechii songs into playlists or to make her song pop up in random shuffles? Bots are very specific to like streaming farms. So let me pull up an image of streaming farms. When people say bots, I assume this is what they mean. They've got just devices, phones, laptops, tablets, playing the same songs over and over to inflate the numbers. So that's a bot. But in terms of paying money to promote her songs into playlists and shuffle, I think that's just normal marketing. That's just like normal marketing that you would see. But yeah, if Doechii if like an artist who's not really popular at all is constantly popping up in your shuffle and on the front page of Spotify, and you don't know this person's songs, you don't know anybody who listens to their songs, like, but they just keep popping up, that's what makes them look like an industry. This is why people call her an industry plant. Like, bro, nobody's listening. Like, and I know listens to this shit. You know, listens to this shit like that. Why does she keep popping up? This is what makes people get a little suspicious. Sometimes it's overdone a little bit, right? But Doechii is popular though, so it's not like that applies, to her to a T. But this is what people mean though. Doechii streams not even that big compared to an artist like M. Anxiety like 400M on Spotify. I think it's normal for songs that go viral on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know how they're counting it. To be honest. Been listening to Kendrick's Succession 80, but I mostly agree with J. Cole's assessment of his discography on 7 Minute Drill. Yeah, I don't. J. Cole doesn't even believe that. That's why he took it back. The whole, your first album was classic, but the rest of your albums is boring and they flopped. J. Cole, this is what people say about you. J. Cole's fans don't even believe that about Kendrick's albums. Cole, this is what they say about your albums, that they're boring and stuff. That's what they say about you, not Kendrick. Shout out to J. Cole though,
People love to talk about industry plants all the time, and this artist is an industry plant. Look at them, and there are a lot of industry plants. Don't get me wrong, but there's an even longer list of industry plants that failed because people didn't like them. You can push them all you want. You can give them all the money in the world. You can, put them with this artist, put them with that artist. But at the end of the day, if the people don't like
people got to tune in, right?
You need the people's approval. So even if these labels are purposely pushing drill music and trying to push these, drama farming content things onto us, at the end of the day, we have to make it profitable. We are the ones that make it profitable, not them. Drill as a subgenre was birthed just because people love beefing. They love violence. They love when people are going back and forth. That's the only reason why.
And the storyline. And this is where DJ Akademiks capitalized. You've got these drill rappers in Chicago, Chief Keef, Lil Durk. Who's more of them? L.A. Capone, Take Capone. They're beefing with each other on records, and people are actually dying behind it. What Akademiks did, this is how Akademiks came to prominence. He uncovered the storyline of what actually happened. See, all we knew was that they were dissing each other in records, and every so often someone would pop up dead. DJ Akademiks uncovered the storyline. No, this is what happened. He said this in this song. this guy came back, this him back, this and that. He created the storyline of what happens, of what happened in those situations.
Why drill is popular. Yet at the same time, we've seen drill completely rejuvenate scenes of rap all over the world.
Yeah.
In the early 2010s, when people talked about Chicago, they were like, Chicago's kind of dead. Like, they got Kanye as their nationwide representative. But outside of that, like, what's really going on in the Chicago music scene? And then the drill popped off.
Yeah.
And the city, boom, was out of there.
Young
that was
Chop.
the peak of, like, Chicago's influence on rap.
Yeah.
Early 2010 Chicago was probably the most poppin' that it's ever going to be or ever has been.
Yeah.
Because it was the center of all the beef, all the drama, and drill rap.
Yeah.
When we talk about New York in the late 2010s, early 2020s, people have been talking about how New York was dead as a rap scene for years at that point.
Yeah.
People are like, oh man, where's the king of New York? What's going on in New York? New York used to be the Mecca. Where is everybody? Nicki's like the last person, Nicki and Cardi B. And then outside of that, I don't know, bro. It's looking kind of scary. And then New York drill popped off and boom, we got Pop Smoke. We got all these.
Yeah. And even Nicki, she's from New York, but she came out with Gucci Mane. Like she got popping in the South first, then kind of got accepted back into New York. Cardi, yes, that was New York, but yeah, that was way later. That's true.
Up, and New York is lit again. New York is the Mecca again. When it comes to even the UK and London and all that stuff, people.
I still don't understand how he's going to tie this back to Akademiks. I think he was just pulling our leg. But I think he's also proven his point. Like, the evisceration of Akademiks. Y'all clicked on this because you thought I was about to destroy this man. In the first minute, 2 minutes, you thought you was tuned in because I was calling them all types of names. Would this video have done this well if I just titled it something more calm? Like, what's wrong with hip hop today? The audience versus, or whatever. Is beefing good for rollouts? Nah. Y'all want to see the evisceration of Akademiks. I get it now. I just made the whole connection.
Weren't really listening to UK rap like that until the drill popped off over there and people started listening to it. And now we have Central C as like the biggest UK representative crossover UK USA guy, and he's a drill rapper, represents himself.
Yeah, and the biggest drill rapper to come out of New York. Who do y'all think it is? Who do y'all think is the biggest drill rapper to come out of New York? I'll give y'all like a couple seconds for that. Who's the biggest drill rapper to come out of New York? Someone said he could be building up to the Chirac series. Nah, the video is only 3 minutes left. I think the whole point of the title of the video of Akademiks is to just show how people are going to click. People fall for the clickbait because this is what they want to see. They want to see the evisceration of Akademiks. They don't want to see a video titled "What's Wrong with Hip Hop" or "Beef in Album Rollouts. Is it ethical?" They're not going to click on that. They're going to click on the evisceration of Akademiks. I figured it out. Someone said Pop Smoke, Fabio. Some of y'all got it right. The biggest drill rapper to come out of New York is Ice Spice. This is a fact.
Facts.
The biggest drill rapper. See, Pop Smoke wasn't allowed to be that big because he died pretty early. He would have been the biggest, and Fabio's not the biggest either. Fabio Foreign is not bigger than Ice Spice. The biggest drill rapper to come out of New York is Ice Spice. This is a fact.
Facts. As one, and some people have been like debating his gangsterness online. I don't really care about that. I'm just speaking on like what he presents as. He is a drill rapper, and that's what's popping. When we're talking about these major cities in rap, we always talk about these cities historically. It's always like LA, New York, Chicago, Atlanta.
No, she's too mid to be big. The two are not related. You can feel like they're not mutually exclusive, right? You can feel her music is mid, but she's still insanely popular. This is a fact.
Facts.
She's the most popular out of all of them. Which one of them got a song that's bigger than Munch? You thought I was feeling you? That nigga Munch. Munch is a drill beat. And Ice Spice, she still raps in her same drill flow. This is a drill beat right here. Munch.
Bitch, on my body, I get what I want. Like, you thought I was feeling you? I was feeling you. That nigga Munch, nigga.
That's a drill beat. She's the biggest drill rapper. Maybe not of all time because you got the Chicago guys. But Ice Spice is the biggest drill rapper out of New York.
Houston.
He said Ice Spice has a Fortnite skin. Right. Fortnite is probably the most popular video game out right now. And I say probably.
Maybe if you.
I don't know even why I'm saying probably. It is. Let's ask AI. What is the most popular video game right now? Yeah, Fortnite. Look at that. The most popular video game right now varies by platform, but top contenders: Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, and Call of Duty. So for Ice Spice to have a Fortnite skin, like you can be Ice Spice in the game, that lets you know. Chef G does not have a Fortnite skin.
Either he ate it for lunch. Bitch, on my body, I get what I want, like. Bitch, stay balanced, keep it up.
Keep it a bean. That's a drill beat.
You are this Philadelphia. Like, we talk about those cities. But a few years ago, we were talking about Jacksonville, Florida. Nobody in the history of rap had ever talked about Jacksonville, Florida as a major player in the rap game in terms of cities. That's never been a thing. And
the fact that Jacksonville even has an NFL team is crazy. Like, what goes on in that city? Jacksonville had an NFL team before LA did. Well, LA, we had the Rams and the Raiders back in the day. But before we got our teams back here in LA, you had Jacksonville. Pop has more monthly listeners than Ice Spice by about 5 mil. But Pop Smoke, because Pop Smoke has a discography that people like. So yeah, Pop Smoke has the actual catalog, whereas Ice Spice just has a couple songs. I don't even think Ice Spice has an album. So yeah, we're comparing Pop Smoke's catalog to Ice Spice's. But Pop Smoke never had a hit that charted as high as Munch. He never had anything like that. Dior was a street hit. Christian Dior, you know, all that. What was the other one? Christopher Walken. What was the other one? Yeah, Dior. Christopher Walken. He had something else too that I'm forgetting. Ice was able to hit her peak, yeah. Ice Spice had a higher peak. But yeah, Pop Smoke, he has the catalog. Jacksonville is the biggest city in Florida, for real? Okay, wow. See, I'm ignorant. I don't know nothing about Florida. Duval Ben had hits. What's dude talking about? Yeah, I don't know nothing about Florida. See, when I think Florida, I think immediately Miami. And then I think Tampa. And then I think like the little key. What is it called? The Keys? But yeah, I didn't know that. What up, Troy? I'm watching from South Africa. It's like 5 a.m. What time is it over on your side? Shout out South Africa. It's 8 p.m. And yeah, I'm getting some In-N-Out burger after this for sure.
Until a few years ago, when all that Who I Smoke, Fulio, Ace, all that stuff was popping off, that was the hottest city in rap. And why was it the hottest city in rap? Because of the drill stuff, because of the beef back and forth. But at the same time, as soon as that beefing and drill stuff kind of died down.
Pop Smoke streams are insane. He has multiple with 1 billion plus. Okay. Maybe I was wrong on Ice Spice is the most popular, but she had the highest peak. Because Pop Smoke, he's up there, but Ice Spice, she's more recognizable. She's more mainstream. She had a higher peak. I guess that's the way to say it. So that's the more accurate way to say it.
Those scenes died down. With Chicago, they died down. After all that stuff kind of stopped happening in mid-2010s, late 2010s, that scene kind of died down. New York has kind of died down since the drill scene kind of died.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville went from the #1 city to, kind of irrelevant again because the beef died down. It's not super hot anymore. Sure. In conclusion, to me, the beefing for rollout thing is valid when there's real beef and they're not relying on it. As much as I don't want to see people like aggressively beefing.
You don't think of Orlando? Y'all think of Orlando too? Orlando, because Shaq used to play for Orlando Magic. I'm just saying, when I think of Florida, I don't think of Jacksonville at all. But again, I've never even been to Florida, so I don't know anything about it. Y'all got Gators though.
Quickly escalates to violence. Like, I don't think I have to give examples in order for you to realize that I'm not lying when I say that, but we just kind of have to accept it. It really is the reality of the genre that we enjoy and the genre that we love, especially nowadays. Because not only does, the beef bring attention, but the people really want to see it.
Yeah, this is the main takeaway. The people want to see this. The people want to see this. And not just in music. They want to see drama, conflict. If they stopped watching it, people will stop doing it. It's really that simple.
Really want to see these guys go at it. So personally, I think it's valid when you do it within the confinements that I kind of have laid out throughout this video. And you stay within those boundaries, then it can be kind of cool. It can be okay. Because looking at this from the perspective of a rapper, I can empathize with them because, if you don't do the beefing, if you don't really play into
really what he's talking about is authenticity. If you're going to have beef as a part of your rollout, at least make it authentic. And people always ask, like, why is authenticity important to you in hip hop? It's important to me. I mean, and I used to be paying. He's saying it without saying it. It's authentic to him too, because it's going to affect his listening experience.
Somebody else will, and they might just mess around and take your spot. So I kind of get it, unfortunately. But if you made it this far, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Make sure you let me know how you feel about the beefing for rollout. Beefing.
Yeah, so I used to be pay. You had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what are you doing starting a video out like this? This is not you. What did Akademiks do to you? But it was all a ploy, a coy, a witty ploy to draw us in and to prove his point about conflict and really rage bait, clickbait. A lot of people clicked on this video expecting, including me, expecting the evisceration of Akademiks, and they probably clicked away when they found out this is not about eviscerating Akademiks. This is commenting on music rollouts. And I don't care about music or music rollouts. I want to see someone talk shit about Akademiks. So it's really proven his point of what he was saying in the video about the audience and how the audience wants this type of thing. That's why he didn't mention Akademiks again for the rest of the video. I gotta say, nice little strategy you had there. Thought it was a good video. And to Pay's point, would this video have done the 20K that it has if he just titled it Beefing for Rollouts? Probably not. It goes to his point. The audience wants to see the conflict. Gotta have the conflict. All right, we're gonna read the chat. That was good. That was a good video. I like that. We'll give it a like. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Pay. Dissing can be out of respect too, like Joey taking shots at Dot. Yeah, well, that's manufactured beef right there. And yeah, I didn't really like that beef at all. The Joey, I didn't like, it was manufactured. It's not real issues there. Dave Blunt just dropped a diss song on 50. Yeah, I did hear that. Oh, we can listen to that right quick. Dave Blunt be going in. We gonna listen to this, then we gonna be gone. Or I might get copywritten because you know how they do me on here. So yeah, if the stream just drops out, we were done anyways. It's called Hey Curtis. Yeah. I still got the video sped up. Hold on, let me slow it down. Put it at normal. There we go. Oh, so you got like a fake 50 Cent tied up. Yo, this nigga is huge, bro. Wow, and he gonna shoot him? Yo, this is crazy. I mean, I'm not getting banned on YouTube because of that.
Game, but I'm about as big as it gets. Why the fuck is this old nigga mad? Cause his baby mama eat shit. Nigga, see what I did to kid.
Yeah, so if y'all didn't know, 50 Cent, something came out that his 50 Cent's baby mom or something was involved with the Diddy freak-offs and all that, allegedly. So I guess this is Dave Blunt's angle, right?
Mad cause his baby mama eat shit. Nigga, see what I did to Kid. Nigga, see what I did to Snoop. Heard your baby mama eat excrement. Heard your baby mama eat poop.
Heard your baby mama eat excrement? That's crazy.
Niggas telling me I should back down, but that's not what I'm about to do. Curtis Jackson is an actor. Nigga, he ain't really about to shoot. Yeah. Curtis Jackson don't really want no drama. Diddy pissed on your dirty baby mama.
Yo, wow. Wow. What? Hold on. I gotta see this. 50 Cent. Now I'm being messy. 50 Cent baby mama Diddy party. Did she actually get pissed on? Model Daphne Joy was identified in court documents as having past relationships with Diddy. So I think Dave Blunt is just assuming she got. Yeah, this is crazy. That's a large man. Yeah, Dave Blunt's got to be like 600 pounds at least. At least.
Yeah. Curtis Jackson don't really want no drama. Diddy pissed on your dirty baby mama.
Crazy.
Diddy pissed on your dirty baby mama. Diddy pissed on your dirty baby mama. Only man that I fear is Jesus. Got off oxygen, I'm still breathing. Call the cabinet, your bitch is kneeling. Said she ready to eat Diddy semen.
Yeah, Dave Blunt. I actually enjoy Dave Blunt's music. Oh, Dave Blunt says 400 pounds. Okay. Cam said 50. Going outside, how you get a freak off vet pregnant? Chill. Yo, a freak off veteran is crazy.
Sold out shows when I'm touring. Heard your baby mama out whoring. Man, I swear these old niggas so boring. Curtis Jackson don't really want no drama. Did he piss on your dirty baby mama?
It is catchy. This is catchy, though. You gotta admit. Dave Blunt's wrote. Did that Kanye album ever come out? With the Heil Hitler and all that? Dave Blunt's wrote a whole album for Kanye recently.
Did he piss on your dirty baby mama? Did he piss on your dirty baby mama?
Yo, just repeating that over and over is crazy. It's crazy. No, just repeating it like, yo, by the way.
No, you won't do me like Floyd. Your TV shows I don't enjoy. As a dad, you did a bad job. Your dirty baby mama. Fucking with jobs. As a dad, you did a bad job. No, you won't do me like Rick Ross. No, you won't do me like Floyd. Your TV shows
Is that I Show Speed?
Don't enjoy. And I heard that you like boys. Now let's talk about your gay rumors. I heard 50 Cent is a gay shooter. Now Vivica A. Fox told everybody that you was a homo. Then 50 Cent told everybody he got his ass licked for some promo. I heard
Oh, what? Yo, I'm so confused. You mentioned Vivica Fox, like.
everybody that you was a homo. Then 50 Cent told everybody he got his ass licked for some promo. I heard 50 Cent was a gangster, but I didn't know that he liked men. But honestly, that doesn't surprise me, because he chose randomly to ride my dick. Curtis Jackson.
Oh, so he's upside down like the In the Club video. Dave Blunt wrote this song. Let me see. Kanye, Cousins. I've actually never heard this song because I don't want to hear this type of songs. This is my first time hearing this. I just know Dave Blunt wrote it.
I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay.
Dave Blunt wrote this.
Nitrous don't help me, it just put. I don't think they understand.
Yeah.
I was my cousin not to tell nobody.
Yeah. That's Dave Blunt's pen. That's his pen.
Don't really want no drama. Did he piss on your dirty baby mama?
Crazy.
Did he piss on your dirty baby mama? Did he piss on your dirty baby mama?
Yo, this song is 4 minutes of this. 4 minutes of this. Dizope action, big facts. He said finally someone exposing 50. I've been calling him a fruitcake for years. I have no issue with 50, you know what I mean? I like Dave Blunt's music though. He's funny to me. I'm sorry, but Dave belongs. I'm sorry, but Dave is pretty annoying. You should just be worrying about his health. Yeah, he should focus on his health. He be having to cancel shows because he's in a hospital. He's at his shows, but he's got the oxygen mask on. He said he's going to stage dive at his next show. You know, someone's going to get killed if he does that. The man is 400 pounds. 400 pounds diving at you. The initial impact is more than 400 pounds. That's about 800 pounds of impact. You know, because he's moving and then he's coming downward. Someone's going to get killed, man. A bit repetitive. Yeah, all his songs are repetitive like this.
Do his head one time, and I swear to God, we gon' beef, nigga, to the very day that I die. When Diddy fucked your baby mama, nigga, tell me, did you cry? When Diddy fucked your baby mama, nigga, tell me, was you hurting? When you wiped up your baby mama, did you know that she was dirty? I gave $30 to your baby mama, now she on my phone trying to slur me. I gave $30 to your baby mama, now she on my phone trying to give it all. I know 50 Cent really hate Diddy because his baby mama was at the freak offs.
Oh man, that's gold. Dave Blunt.
Curtis Jackson don't really want no drama. Did he piss on your dirty baby mama? Did he piss on your dirty baby mama? Did he piss on your...
So I've actually never heard a Dave Blunt song this long. Usually he's like, yo, a minute and a half and I'm done. Yeah, not the shirt off. Yeah, the man constantly has his shirt off. I don't see the big deal about this guy. He's just another 808s and heartbreak type rapper. The difference is he's close to death. His songs are funny, that's why. And Dave Blunt has a lot of lore. He creates lore very easily in his music. Like with the characters and the people he's talking about. Like We already know what's up with Can. He be sending, yeah, it's crazy. I could explain it to you, but you're not in the lore. You're not in the Dave Blunt's universe, so it ain't even gonna make sense. But yeah, Can, Madison, you know, Madison be doing them dirty. Can be acting sus. You know, he had a whole beef with Antonio Brown.
Dirty baby, say you gangster, come prove it. Give a fuck about G-Unit. If I was justice, I would've kept shooting. Your girl's a toilet seat and Diddy's pooping. Your girl's a toilet seat and Diddy's pissing. They telling me to get up out the kitchen. I hit my inhaler for an intermission.
Oh, his
Okay,
inhaler.
I'm going back in. I'm hated on by many men. I can't fall off like 50 Cent. Nigga, Curtis Jackson is a bad father. His baby mama shouldn't even bother. If I gotta piss, I'ma go and call her. Dissing me, you should think smart. If you go far, I'ma go farther. Take a shovel and I dig a grave.
Yeah, Jesse James. This is man's Jesse James. Right here, that's his man's Jesse James.
Go farther.
He got lore, man. He got lore. When he goes, I don't want to see any punk comparisons. Yo, we praying for Dave Blunt's health, man.
Take a shovel and I dig a grave. They gon' say that I'm so brave. Honestly, I'm just insane. You made a bad movie where you lost weight. The movie's budget was like 7 million, but it only made back 3 million. Yeah, I know that's a bad feeling. Don't get me started on dinner things. Nigga, that movie was so cheap. Nigga, that movie was so wow.
He turned into Roger Ebert. He's critiquing his movies. Like, what?
Sit a mark through it in a trash. I could go on for like 8 hours. Nigga, don't get me started on power. And this beef shit, bitch, I'm no coward. Give your baby mama my golden shower. Don't blow me like the North Tower. Curtis Jackson.
Okay, well, we don't want this stuck in our head for the rest of the night. Yeah, Diddy pissed on your dirty baby mama. Yeah. I forget who even asked me to play this, but yeah. That's Dave Blunt's. Hey, Curtis, I hate you knowing his lore. Yeah, I listen to Dave Blunt's. See, I don't make videos on my YouTube on everything I listen to. Like, I listened to that Raekwon album. I listened to that Ghostface album. But the last time I did a Ghostface video, like, nobody really watched it. So I'm just not going to keep making stuff that y'all don't want to watch. And Dave Blunt's too. Like, there are certain things that I know y'all like. There are certain topics that I know y'all like me talking about. So I make videos about those. But there's a lot of music I listen to that I don't make videos on because, like, no one cares, right? It's fine. It's fine. I'll just focus on the topics y'all like. And yeah, I listen to a good amount of Dave Blunt's. I know the lore. You know, Can be acting sus. Isabel, like Madison, all that. It's good lore, man. It's the best lore in hip hop right now. Dave Blunt's. Dave Blunt's is frustratingly likable. Yeah, he is. So anyway, Dale, that's all we got for today, y'all. How long has it been? What time is it? 8:30? Hour and a half. That's a good stream right there. That's a good stream right there. Let me see if my guy is still streaming. Because me and Dom from Potty Mouth, we be streaming at the same time. Yeah, Dom is streaming right now. And What's the Dirt is streaming right now. What's the Dirt's live streams have just got randomly popping. He used to do like 200, 300, 400 watching. He's like at 1.1K right now. So salute to the guy. Go watch some Potty Mouth. Go watch some What's the Dirt. Or go watch my old videos because we got plenty of those. That's all I got for today. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace. Someone asked, do I listen to Yeet? Absolutely fucking not.